In this video we're going to go over the basics of installation that will be common in pretty much any type of installation you do. First thing you're going to need is some tools. If all the installations are only going to be using bottom mounted feet, then all you really need is some sort of screw gun. If all you have is a drill, that'll work, but I really like cordless ones. And if you can get one that has a light in it, it's really handy because then you can see what you're doing inside of the cabinets. Also, I would spend a couple bucks if you don't already have one and get a magnetic tip. Just makes life much easier because then the screws will just stick to it and it's much easier to use. If you're using spacers to install the slide directly onto the face frame, you're going to need a square bit drive bit because the screws that we use are square bits, go in like that. And so basically the spacers come in different sizes. We have a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and a 3/4 inch. And you can order all these on the website. If you're going to remove the center stile, you're going to need a few more tools. At the bare minimum, you're going to need some sort of saw. Doesn't really matter what it is as long as it has fairly fine teeth. It can cut nice. You can use like a dovetail saw. This is a flush saw. Or if you have a decent jigsaw, you can use that as well. Then you'll need to use some sort of T-square and a clamp so you can cut a straight line. The next thing, if the stile has any pocket screws like this, you're going to need an extension bit. They typically are a square drive bit that you'll find, but sometimes they'll use a Phillips, so you'll need to get a Phillips bit instead. So you just need to look and check at that before. You can get these at Home Depot or Lowe's. They're pretty cheap. You'll also need a bit to make the pilot hole into the stile. The first thing you should get in the mail will be a small packet that will have all the screws and spacers that you might need or ordered. One thing that will always come in them are small spacers like this, and I'll show you what those are for in just a moment. One thing that will always come, you'll have the small screws, which are 1/2 inch long, and those are used to attach the slides onto the drawers. And then you'll have larger ones that are 5/8 of an inch long that are going to be used to attach the slides onto the side of the cabinet. Other things that might also come is square drive bit, and if you're using any spacers, then you'll also receive square drives and the different size spacers that you might have ordered to attach the slides onto the edge of the cabinet. If you remove the stile, another thing you'll need to order are these spacers that attach directly onto the face frame so you can set the slides behind the front of the face frame so the door can shut. Okay, so the first step in installing the slides are to use the spacers. You set those there, and then put the slide on, and you'll see you always want to be attaching to the side where the dovetails are, and just make that flush with the front. Then I usually use this 1/3 hole back, put a screw in, and then come to the back, screw in, and then flip the drawer around. And now the front of the slide is on the other side. And we'll put a screw in the front here and one in the back, and that's all you need to do.